If you are looking to invest in real estate, either to flip or rent, please avoid these three things right here. A lot of people think investing in real estate is easy, and I'm here to tell you from experience it's not. It's not a get rich quick scheme, and you need to be willing to play the long game in order to be successful in this industry. But I will tell you, if you do it right and you have the right ethics and integrity, you can go really, really far and create generational wealth for you and your family. In this video, I'm gonna break down the key things to avoid from experience and learning from other mentors as well, so you can skip all those hard steps. Whether you're an experienced investor looking to scale, or whether you're a new investor looking to get started, stay tuned. This video is for you.
On the cusp, not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game.
So let me tell you a story about a property I purchased on a little over 5 years ago that has all three red flags. When I got the deal, it looked like a really solid deal on paper. However, number one, it had fire damage. When a property has fire damage, there's a lot more city and county involvement, which requires you to pull permits to bring it up to speed. You had to work with Edison to get the meter back on and power lines. It was a mess. Number two is it was built before the 1950s. So year built definitely does matter. It's gonna give you a better reference on essentially what codes are required to make that property livable in today's standards. And this one was built before the 1950s, big red flag. And this property specifically didn't even have footings. The footings is what essentially give the property a solid foundation, which cost me a lot of money. Number three, it was tenant occupied with squatters. Here in California, no matter whether they have a lease agreement, whether they're squatting on the property, it's dang near impossible to get tenants out on an eviction. So I had to negotiate with the tenants, whether it was a cash for keys or helping them with a better solution to help them move on with their life. So I purchased this property in my local market for $120,000. It looked like a great deal on paper because it was worth about $350,000 based on the comps. However, the tenants were occupying the property, so the only way to get them out was either to evict them, offer them a cash for keys, or provide some other solution. The first two didn't really make sense because one, it's impossible to evict tenants. Number two, even if I gave them XX amount cash for keys, they didn't have anywhere else to go because they could only afford a certain amount in rent, and rent has definitely increased in our market. And then so I had to get creative, and what I ended up doing is finding them another rental that was my rental. I was able to move them into that property at a discount for their month to month, and then essentially it was in a better condition. And it was down the street from this property here. So the tenant was very happy because they got a better property and they were able to pay the monthly rent that we were negotiating together. So it did take a couple months to get them to move into this property, but while they were in the process of moving out of this property so I could start the rehab, I already started pulling the necessary permits to speed the process up. So I wasn't technically waiting on the tenants, I was also waiting on the permits as well. In that meantime, I helped the tenant move into my other unit, right? Luckily, they have been great tenants for me, so it was a win-win. It's all about providing solutions in this market or any market. And once again, I had the necessary permits to rehab the property and bring the codes back up with the fire damage. So once I moved them into my rental, I started rehabbing this property, ran into a whole bunch of issues. However, I was still able to sell this property and make around $100,000 net. But the end buyer that bought this property later experienced issues because of the foundation. So I ended up having to go back and helping this family with these issues, and it ended up costing me more than the money I made on the sale because I wanted to do the right thing. And this family that purchased the property wasn't really able to fix up a lot of the things that had to do with the foundation. So we took the necessary steps and it ended up costing me more than what I made. So not only did I have to go through all these pain points and provide all these solutions, but it ended up costing me money on this property. This is why I always recommend to people, do not buy properties with fire damage that are tenant occupied and built before the 1950s. It's all about developing your buy box. When you have a specific criteria, it helps you focus down on what you're looking for. And then also when people send you deals and opportunities, you could give them your buy box so they know you're a serious investor. This is step number one, is to create your buy box so you know exactly what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. And then also it's great because you could share with other deal makers like other wholesalers, agents, and investors so they could actually look for those deals for you as well and send them to you. In that buy box, you should include that criteria. Hey, I'm not buying anything tenant occupied, fire damage, or built before the 1950s. That helps you focus down on your actual deal that you want to purchase so you could make a great profit or keep as a great long-term investment as a rental. So definitely dial down your buy box. Please include these 3 things of do nots in your buy box outside of the do's. If you would like a free template of what my buy box looks like to either send me deals or to help customize your own, click the link below and I'll share my free buy box template with you. So there you have it. Those are the 3 things to avoid when you're shopping for your next deal. But once again, don't overcomplicate it. Create your buy box is step number 1. If you need support in that, I have a template that you could copy and paste or customize to your own liking. If you have a deal that you want to pitch to me, we're always buying. Or if you have something that you want to take down yourself, I'll analyze it with you to give you more information to help you make a sound decision. Let's go out there, let's shop for deals, let's submit offers, let's close, and let's continue to invest in real estate.